Good morning and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a little pre-fishing video again, but today we are mainly going to be focusing on shallow weeds, and this lake is pretty much a shallow fishery from what I've been told. So it's going to be a lot of searching the weeds with live scope, with the camera, and we'll probably do a little bit of basin searching at the end for some crappies, but yeah, a lot of weeds. And Og just pulled up too. It is bright and early. The sun is just starting to crack the horizon. And it's cold. Last cold day of the winter. Cross your fingers. But yeah, it's 13 degrees and last week was all 50 degrees. So let's get the gear on. Let's get the wheeler unloaded and let's get out there. Just right here in front. Oh yeah, that looks no bueno. People were ripping through it yesterday, it looks like though. And we're off. Okay. We have just pulled up to a shallow little hole, and this is pretty much what we're gonna do until we find fish. Looks like there might be a couple around, but not like we want to see. We want to see a big group of them, and then yeah, just move off to this. Strap that back up on the side. I'll come over here, hop on the front, and we just keep on moving. Looking for big schools of fish in the weeds, up shallow. We're talking like 5 to 8 feet. But yeah, one more little hole. There's a bunch of spear holes over here, so that's always a good sign. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Might be a little windy this morning, but it's supposed to die down as the day goes on. Look at this ice, just brutal. Hopefully this don't mess up the auger at all. Shouldn't be too bad, but get off. Come right over here. Drill a hole, drop the scope. Yeah, still 25 inches of ice at least. Decent weeds over there, good little patch of them at least. This is pretty much what we're going to be doing all day long. Spinning scope and spinning tires on the wheeler. Okay, we started just off that point and now we're working our way out. Probably won't show you too much until we find exactly what we're looking for. We might check 50 spots, 100 spots, or it could be the next spot, but I will definitely show you once we find what we're looking for. And this ain't really looking like it's it. Okay, there's a good break line that follows this shoreline. We're kind of just starting off the break, working the break line down, and then we're gonna move up on top and see what we can find for weeds. Sorry about the wind noise if there is any, and about the wheeler noise, but we're on the search, we're on the move, looking for some giants. I don't think there's that big a fish in here, but oh dang, buddy still got his house out. Nice. All right, we moved up way shallower. Got a little bit of weeds at top, and then out over here, looks like there's some fish sitting off. Okay.
Every like 50 feet.
Yep, I like that plan. Yeah, so we're just gonna do some camera work here now that we found some good weeds on the scope. Work our way back that way, work our way this way, out a little deeper. But Og's getting the camera. I'm gonna go drill a line of holes, and if you find some, maybe try to catch this so we can get an idea of size, because we gotta figure out if the big ones are hanging out with big ones or if the big ones are by themselves, or with the little ones, I guess. So, all right, I'm gonna drill a line of holes for Og quick. Oggy's been just putting camera work in. We got about 25 holes. And he said, come over here and look at that. Yeah, just an absolute gorgeous gill. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good for sure. Nice. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully buddies over there didn't see us. I don't know if they're part of the UPL or if they're just out here fishing, but no, it is so cold. All right, well that's kind of the operation. I'm gonna drill a bunch of holes. Hoggy's gonna camera them, and when we see stuff we like, follow behind and fish. Just a little Little baby tungsten with some waxworms. That was the ticket for that one. I'm gonna turn you guys off and warm up my hands. It's cold. Okay, so here's the system. We stop, find weeds. I drill hole, and this is what we're looking for. Weeds that come up. Not necessarily that type of weeds, but Auger's just cammering around. I'm walking, drilling holes, kind of anywhere I can find a good concentration, about 50 feet apart or so. Here's an old hole from yesterday, it looks like. Frozen solid. That's unbelievable. Okay, it's freezing. All right, Augie's over there. I just drilled a line of a big circle of holes. He said the first hole that we did had some good gills in it. So I'm gonna take this out, drop down and just see what we got for size. I'm not sure if he hit record or not, but just to check size here quick. Man, just camera. And in that first hole, just a little gill, just a little one. He said there was a bunch down there. It's gonna be maybe weeding through that size to catch the bigger ones. That's what we're trying to kind of figuring out today. Are they mixed by size? Are they mixed by just species? Are they mixed crappies and gills? Can we get, oh my gosh, there's so many fish down here. Buddy Kyle just caught one. Trying to keep it behind the Vexlar so we can't see it. What has he got? Ooh, right back down the hole he went. Found a whole bunch on scope. Oh, he's just gonna drop a camera on him. I'm probably gonna drop a line just to see. They were everywhere though. This is what we're kind of looking for. Where are we off? Kind of a hump? Yeah. So there's a finger that comes out right here. Kind of sitting in that inside turn. They're kind of everywhere in this bottom. Okay. Nice, Johnny. Oh. Crappies, gill. Should I hit record?
Yeah, right there. The bluegill.
Oh, wait, yeah.
There's like little weeds on the back.
Okay, yeah. Patchy. Patches O'Houlihan. Nice. Okay, well, we're gonna try to catch maybe one of these fish just to see if we got a size structure. Look at this. It's so cold. Just build up on the auger. Frozen, yeah. My fingers are frozen. They're up on the shallower part of it. Oh my gosh. Just loaded down there.
40 feet tips though.
Yeah. 40 feet that way. So we got a point here, a point there, and there's a nice turn. And it looks like they're just sitting kind of right in this turn. We haven't really worked out deeper yet, but it seems like they're on that shallower break. Just kind of a little guy. Get back down there, see if we can see if there's any gills mixed in with these crappies, or if it's just all crappies, or... All right, now I can just hooked up with like 12 and a half, 13.
That's right, 12 and a half.
Fucking nice, fat though too. Good shit, Johnny. Okay, well, we have found out that the fish are definitely mixed size-wise. All right, well, the top stuff is bait. The bottom are all fish. Just everywhere. 60 feet. There's freaking 300 fish right there just chasing this bait around. You want to check them? Yeah. Yeah, they must be flying, chasing that bait around. Another little guy. Maybe? Gill? Psych. It's not a terrible one.
There's so many of these.
Yeah. Those 10 and a halves. Well, I'd say that's a fucking school of them. Oh my god. Unreal. For sure. Not the ones we need.
the small end of what we.
Yeah, might be the smallest one of all. It doesn't seem like crappies is going to be a problem.
No.
There's so many of them.
Millions.
Within from here all the way to that side by side down there. All right, well, we found a mother load of crappies. A lot of smalls, but there's definitely bigger fish mixed in. So I think tomorrow for the tournament, it's just going to be just keep drilling, kind of like the last tournament where you just got to stay on top of them and shake the little fish out and wait for a big fish to come over. There are so many crappies out here. I think we're gonna change over to find some bluegills. The bluegills don't seem to be mixed in with these crappies unless they're mixed in shallow. They could be mixed shallow, but we're gonna head probably shallow and try to find some gills. I mean, as you can see, there's just fish freaking everywhere. Look how thick this thing is.
That is what we're looking for.
That is a plate right there, folks. Yeah, that's
on the plastic.
tipped with the waxy.
Oh, that's a
It needed, because I had like 3 of these come up and look at me.
on the bluegills.
Oh, yes. Heck yeah, dude. Put a little wax worm on. One of these nice, wax worms, 50 count. And he ate it instantly. That was freaking sweet. Okay, that's a good sign. We found what we needed to find. The wind has died down. The sun is up. It feels great out. Not really. It's still kind of pretty cold, but okay, we stumbled into something here. It's like an inside turn, and they're just sitting like right at the top before it drops off, right along the edge of the weeds. We've been scanning around forever with live scope, and it seems like right when we got to the edge of the weed line where there's kind of a little bit of a flat on a turn, that seems like it's been the ticket. We found another spot out there where we caught some really big ones. Augie just dropped the camera down, and there's a bunch of giants. So I think we found some good bluegills. We found a bunch of crappies earlier, but finding that weed edge. Oh, Kyle's hooked up. Let's see what he's got. I'm gonna zoom in on him. Scouting. Oh, giant gill. Yeah, Kyle found the gills too. Dang! Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Big gills now. All right, noon update. What have we found out here?
I think it went from what felt like -50 this morning, which it wasn't, but the wind was howling pretty good. Oh, it was probably, 13 degrees.
Yeah,
this
car's at 13.
To now, absolutely beautiful. You can damn near take the jacket off. Not much wind at all. We have found a ton of crappies. We found a couple of spots with some nice bluegills. We think that that's probably going to be the key. The bluegills are going to be the key. You can find bigger bluegills, you're going to probably do well. And then a couple kicker crappies is going to be the deal. But now we are just searching some off the beaten path stuff to hopefully, find something that nobody else has found. And sometimes that's the key. But I think what's going to happen tomorrow is we're going to be sorting through a lot of crappies. But we're going to probably honestly start at our bluegill spot just so that we can secure the bag of bluegills. So that is the midday report.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Quick Trip. Sponsor us. Thank you.
Quick trip to the mound. Yeah, but we've been over there, over here, over there, way back in that bay. And yeah, we've been just doing a lot of live scoping, a lot of camera work. Should have some good gills on camera.
I got some good gills. I got a huge pike on camera.
Big pike. Stay tuned. Yeah, it's midday report. It's getting warm. It feels great. Can actually finally take your gloves off for more than 2 seconds, so that's good. But I'm gonna hop back on the front of the wheeler, and we're just gonna keep bouncing this brake line down and around and see what we can find.
Can you tell them about the key today? It seems like the key is these fish are right on the edges. Like that's where they're at.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no key. There's some fish up in the weeds,
and there's some fish that are like off a bit, but the good fish seem to be right on the edge.
Right on the edge, kind of. That's where our bluegills are, at least. The
yeah.
crappies, you can kind of find those off the basin, but they're chasing clouds of
clouds, like 150 feet of just straight line, 4 feet, 5 feet tall.
And then beneath that are the crappies.
Yep. We got the reigning champs right over here, just not even putting in that much work, walking slow.
We're out here freaking doing push-ups and shit. We still can't keep it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna hop back on the front. Let's get to moving. We have moved up into 4 feet of water. Look at this beautiful specimen. Holy cow. Wow, okay. Super shallow, it's like super shallow. I'm on low power mode right now because we're in some good weeds too, but I'm all wrapped up. I'm gonna take this down, but that was an unbelievable gale. All right, current time check is 2:30. We have like 4 or 5 good areas that we feel really confident in. There's big bluegills in like 3 or 4 different spots we found, and then we found a couple spots with average crappies and then a big crappie mixed in. So we got plenty of stuff to bounce around. We're just trying to find kind of a hole in the wall spot now. Kind of really just bouncing everything, every little structure piece, and everywhere shallow that looks good that you'd think would have weeds. We're just hitting everything. I haven't really showed you guys a lot in the last 2 hours, but we haven't really found anything we're showing you. We have yeah, just been trying to find some hole in the wall spots off the beaten trail, no holes around. I mean, look out this way. Look at all those holes. Yep, definitely a community area. We're looking for spots like this. Not a hole in sight. Not a hole around. And yeah, it's not really going that great this afternoon, but we found kind of what we wanted to find, and now we're just kind of trying to expand off that a little bit and then also just find something crazy. Had a few marks roll through here, but bunch of little perch, bunch of little gills. I caught one gill that was decent, but not as good as the other spots. So anything over there?
I'm getting a bunch of marks, but I think they might be just little perch.
Should I throw a little plastic down there to see if they come and eat that? All right, well, we're gonna go scan around. Stay tuned. That's gonna hit the spot. You left it in his car. Just packed up the wheeler, packed up everything. But yeah, fun video. We found a bunch of big bluegills, some decent crappies. And yeah, the next video, maybe not the next video, but next weekend's video, next Sunday's video will be the tournament video, which is taking place tomorrow, actually, right out of here. Humble Sweet Seasonal RV Park. This is the last UPL event, so this is the last time we are pre-fishing for the season. Today we found them in some shallow weeds. We found the crappies out deep like we were thinking, but the biggest gills that we found were in shallow weeds. If you guys have any other ideas for videos for the rest of the year, for the rest of the ice season, I mean, there's probably not gonna be that much of ice season left. Drop some comments down below on what you'd like to see, and smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment. We will see you next time. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross